guys, Heavy Metal 95 here. Today we're going to be doing an episode review for this holiday season, and this is from Helluva Boss, and this is the one that is part of the Season 2 finale, which finishes off Season 2 of Helluva Boss, which is the episode Sinsmas. So there's going to be a lot of detailing on my thoughts on this episode, and have a brief summary on the plot on there. So this episode starts off where it's starting off right where Mastermind has left off from the previous events, ever since Blitzo brought Stolas here in that one. Obviously, had been just distraught after the events from Mastermind when he struggled without, particularly before when Blitzo and Stolas had breakfast in that one. For his happy. If he could have figured out if he had forgotten his happy pills. Of course, everyone was celebrating Sinsmas in that at the office at IMP headquarters, just before they were going off to the mission on the human world. As everyone from IMP headquarters wanted to arrive in the human world around Christmas time, they find it very emotional, and it was so heartbreaking of what they could figure out. Let's see where Blitzo imagining with the family for Octavia as well as Luna in that episode at the same time, where this something's going on right over at Andriolfus' house back in hell with Stella and Octavia. Which this wasn't long before Octavia picks up a guitar and sings an emotional song called I Will Be Okay. This wasn't long before we get to see where Stolas appeared when he arrived back at Andriolfus' house when he was searching for Octavia in that one. But this is where he wanted to confront Andriolfus in this episode. This led to a huge battle scene just before Octavia coming up to save everyone from being hurt in this particular episode. And at the end of the but this wasn't long until Octavia got angry at Stolas because Stolas was falling in love with Blitzo in that episode. So this led to Stolas broke down in tears crying in that one. So we get to the part where everyone at IMP headquarters celebrating Sinsmas at Blitzo's place. But this was before Millie has a phone call with Sally Mae when she realized that she is pregnant. This is just before Blitzo had a dance together with Stolas. This is how this ends. So you have the synopsis in that episode of Helluva Boss as well. Well, to be honest though as well, because I know there's some greater moments on there, because for the part when Millie realizes that she still has the love for Moxie in that episode as well, when she hasn't figured out if she was pregnant in that episode accordingly, just to give you for the fact for this as well, particularly for this one particular scene like this one in Helluva Boss as well. And I just wanted to come by, and this is the first time Octavia spoke in this episode, but this is particularly of how she realized that if she still has the soft feelings for her father like Stolas in this one, especially in that part on its one of the moments in this episode of Helluva Boss episode, like Sinsmas in this particular one, because I just wanted to come by on, for the most part, of how you wanted to giving you for the fact for this as well, for this particular one of whatever I come by accordingly. And this is the one that you have all this thing. For this particular episode from Helluva Boss particularly, as I understand mostly for the most part in my curious thing for that as well. Yep, I just wanted to know for the most, well, just as I'm giving you for the example, because I just wanted to something to do for this as well, is that although there is the battle scene in that one, Luna has a new form during the battle against Andrielphus. Luna has her wolf form in that one. Considering the fact, even though Luna may be a hellhound, she's got a new form of her ability. Aside from her human form in the previous Helluva Boss episodes, but in this episode, during the battle to fight against Andrielphus in this episode, she's got a new form in that one, and then this is has been going from nowhere in this particular whatever. I wanted to come for the most curiosity of how this takes the cake, for how I'm explaining for the most part as well. And the animation is well done, and it's pretty animated in this particular, of how they did this one, because for the most part of how you wanted to come by whenever you want to giving you for the facts straight for the new episode like this as well, because I just wanted to remember on this. And speaking of which, the music, well, you have anything for the music? Like during the battle, when leading the episode, they have putting these different musics on here, like the battle against Andrielphus in that episode, Sinsmas, because it has some of that heavy metal guitars or death metal guitar riffs and the drums and all that, which it sounded like something coming out of a episode of Metalocalypse in its own certain way in this episode of Sinsmas from the season, which even though it's a season 2 finale from the Helluva Boss on there, because it is great if you expect to see how, considering Octavia had her guitar when she had the feelings for what she could have figured out a way about of her father and her memories as well in that, because considering if that Octavia would got more attention, but we will soon have Octavia in more future episodes in this particular series like Helluva Boss as well, because this is particularly for the point as well, and I just wanted to come by for this accordingly, just so I can realize for the most part as whatever I wanted to see on when it seems like all for the most of all of this progresses of how this going on in Helluva Boss, because consider that this is a lot more different aside from the previous episodes in the past, how the story goes on in there as well, because this is like the real icing on the cake as for whatever when it come by on the episode like Sinsmas from season 2 of Helluva Boss as well, because like this is the real most particular thing for this case as well, and that's particularly whatever I understand for this as well, because I just wanted to remember for all of this as well accordingly. So those are my thoughts on this one. But overall, this is a well-made, good episode. That's a good way to finish off Season 2 of Helluva Boss, until Vivzy Pop would have some time to make Season 3 of Helluva Boss pretty soon as well, as by all that means as well, because if I could remember accordingly as well. Yep, that is right, because I just want to remember for the whole curiosity of how I could come by for the episode like Helluva Boss as well, for whatever of all this as well. If I could only learn over for the fact for this as well, as because, well, this has gone to another level, and this may be going from nowhere, and that's particularly what I understand as well. So, the story was good. The animation's well done. The production's done a great job in this. We all know the characters that I mentioned on here, including one of that we see in there. This features Sally Mae in that episode, which you may notice from the Helluva shorts. Appeared in this particular episode from Helluva Boss as well, especially this season 2 finale episode, Sinsmas. That's why. And the music's pretty good because it has some of that death metal music in it, which looks like it's coming out of a episode of Metalocalypse, where there be only have those guitar riffs and all that. But overall, this episode may have its moments, but overall, this is a good episode in my opinion. Even though I have watched this episode 3 times, I had to rewatch this episode once, twice, and now as well, because I just wanted to give you for the fact for this. So my score for this episode of Sinsmas, 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10 for Season 2 of Helluva Boss, because I just finished the entire of it. But don't worry, I will review more episodes of Helluva Boss at one point. So that's going to be it for my review on Sinsmas for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to the channel. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates if you missed anything new. Leave a comment in the comments section below. And that's all I have I got for today, because I know Christmas is coming up. This is Heavy Metal 95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe, stay healthy. Hope you all have a great day. This is Heavy Metal 95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you soon for more videos I got on plan. Take care. Goodbye for now.